Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Champions of Performance Marketing. Today, we are going to talk about one of the biggest opportunities right now in affiliate marketing, which are e-commerce offers. Joining me today is Jane Ejim from ClickDealer, one of the leading global affiliate networks out there. Jane is working closely with premium e-commerce brands, with advertisers, with affiliates, helping them build campaigns and drive them to profit. So today I want to go and talk more beyond the basics. I want to try to find out how to find the e-commerce offers that are working, what traffic sources are working, what brands are looking for when working with affiliate partners, and how to find those optimization strategies to make a difference. So if you are in performance marketing, I think this one would be interesting. Let's dive in. Hi, Jane. Welcome to the show.
Hi there. Hi, Julia. Thanks for having me.
Let's start with your journey. Yeah. You've been in performance marketing for a while. How did you start it? How did you get to ClickDealer?
True. I've been in performance marketing for a big while. I joined actually ClickDealer back in early 2013. I have basically grown within this industry. I have built verticals from a spreadsheet or a dream, you could say that.
Wow.
Into a 6 or a 7 figure businesses and more than once. So at this point, when launching verticals, I don't get nervous. I get suspicious when it becomes too easy to do that.
Okay, that comes from experience for sure.
Sure, yeah. For 13 years, 13 years. It's a
wow. Congratulations.
A while, yeah. And with one company, I mean, you grow through different kind of things. You grow together, you learn together. So my role right now at ClickDealer, I'm heading the e-commerce division. I'm the CEO of a new unit called Customer Direct Group. It's a unit that we have specifically built for direct to brand e-commerce partnerships. Okay. Covering retail, fashion and beauty, travel, streaming, marketplaces, and dropshipping.
And what attracted you to this e-commerce, especially?
I have been into different kind of verticals for years, trying different ones, building different ones, leaving them then to a team that will nurture them after I would move on to a new vertical. So what attracted me in e-commerce, it's a wide niche with amazing opportunities. It's growing. And after everything went online. Even the offline businesses with skincare, with whatever services they have, they went online and they try to get people to buy online. And after we are done with Corona, the trend still keeps on because they found out that this is like a golden opportunity where people will keep coming through online services and purchase the product.
So how do you see this e-commerce affiliate space, because it's kind of this space, like compared to 3-5 years ago? You said that it evolved after coronavirus, but how was before? How do you see it now compared? Is it easier or harder now to succeed?
I think it's not about easier or harder because it depends on the approach. Let's say we have jumped from an era where it used to be like e-commerce affiliate used to be slap a banner on a coupon site and pray, right? You also need to work on that site, you work on that coupon and everything. So it was also hard. And now maybe it's easier with a lot of technology and with a lot of stuff, but still there are a lot of challenges because the user behavior is much different than it was before. Now it's creator led, it's data obsessed, and frankly, a lot more fun.
More fun, okay.
Brands now, if they wanted to reach the outreach before, they want relevance right now. So
relevance,
relevance. Through CDG, through the unit we created, we have been working for a while, and our proprietary optimization technology for and years of performance experience. I mean, ClickDealer started at 2012. We're able to generate 2.5 million plus orders annually.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And that's not luck. That's matchmaking done properly, because between brands and the exact audience segments that convert for them. So yeah, I won't say it's easier or harder. It's more about the approach and using the technology and the instruments that are available right now.
Okay, interesting. So matching the affiliates with the product, the right products, or brands with the right affiliates?
It's more about matching brands with the audience.
With the audience.
Yes, in order to match the brand with the audience, of course, you need to understand which affiliate to use and what kind of traffic source that comes with that affiliate to reach the right audience. Yeah. But at the end, it's brands and audience.
And what categories, verticals are performing well today in e-commerce?
Well, I would say that retail and marketplaces are the bread and butter. Fashion and lifestyle are very emotional verticals where users are triggered by emotions. Retail and marketplaces are like the bread and butter of the industry. They're very reliable. Fashion and beauty, they bring the emotional side, but they have high AOVs and retention rates. Streaming and subscriptions are the cash cows nobody brags about, but everyone loves. Dropshipping is also a very good vertical for us, but it's a wild card. High risk, high reward. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart, for sure.
Yeah. What brands are looking for in affiliate partners right now? When you work with brands, what they are asking for?
Well, the most they don't like surprises. That's for sure. What they look for is brand safety. That's number one and non-negotiable. I mean, nobody wants to see their logo next to a nonsense, right?
Of course.
Number two is consistency. I mean, our partners don't fall in love with a network that delivers a great week of volumes. They do fall in love with us because we deliver on monthly basis and we keep up with the quality from month to month.
Nice. Yeah. And about traffic sources, what traffic sources are performing well right now?
Yeah. So right now for traffic sources, I would say creator-driven content and short-form videos. On our side, we'll lean on generally diverse supply mix. So mainstream and niche influencers with transparent engagement metrics across every vertical. Plus a strong bloggers and publishers layer. Niche blog networks and editorial creators. So we actually do have our O&Os, own and operated websites. There are blogs, there are coupon websites, there are blogs where we write reviews about products, and we do get a lot of audience who reads and purchases the product later on.
So you promote the product yourself as ClickDealer?
Yes, we do that as well. We do have our own media buy team that does SEO. They do display and meta traffic.
Meta, okay.
Yeah, meta and display and SEO. So we do that too. We try to test before we try to help our affiliates as well, letting them know how it can convert, what kind of traffic sources convert the best and everything. We are prepared when they come in because it's a win-win situation. They're interested in scaling, and we're interested in making this work for both sides. And we do have, like I said, our own products where we do reviews and post reviews about different products that lead to purchases later on. We also work with a lot of editorial creators with the real domain authority. And I would mention Pinterest affiliates. Pinterest is quite one of our best kept secrets, to be honest.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
We're visual content specialists. They're visual content specialists, right? Mostly for the States. We do work worldwide, but for Pinterest affiliates, we basically work more with the offers that are located in United States. And with their visual content, they reach millions of monthly views. So I mean, they're pretty great, and nobody talks about them, but yeah.
Okay, so you have internal media buying team. You test the offers with them. Some offers, I assume not all of them.
Of course, yeah.
you test them with your team. And once the offer is public on ClickDealer, you still continue working with your team for that offer, or is just for testing part?
We try to keep our media buy team for offers where we might have more challenge. To be honest, we do have big, like, when it's big offers. Let's say we work with brands like Temu, Walmart, Shein, Paramount, Prime Videos, Tesco. I mean, there are big names there that don't need much of testing before you go public, because they're working and they're big and everybody wants them. But there are smaller names that we work with as well. Those need to be tested before. We need to understand how they convert. How do we sell this offer to the right publisher, saying that this offer with your traffic source will be a match because 1, 2, 3 creatives should be like this, like that to make it work. Yeah, we might continue with our media buy team to work on offers side to side to affiliates, but mostly it's used to test those small, medium brands and for statistics. And we launch brands every day, and a lot of brands.
Every day?
Every day, yeah. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked to know we have a separate team, a dedicated team that works for e-commerce, and we work on brands every day. We close them. We go to conferences. We find them, talk to them, launch them. Yeah.
And how hard is for an e-commerce brand to join ClickDealer and put the product out there?
It's much harder, and the sales funnel is much longer, to be honest, when you compare it to other verticals. If you talk about Nutra or sweepstakes or, I don't know, even dropshipping, retail, fashion, marketplaces are much harder to join, because when we start our discussion, the big, let's start with that. The big brand gets ping every day from all the networks they want to work with them. So before you get their attention, some time passes, right? Then when you start discussing with them, you actually start on the surface, discussing some little things and all of that. Then you need to prove yourself to them. Why are you better than others or different? So you start preparing different kind of materials, showing them where you would post them, what will you do with their brand until you get approvals and everything. Then the contract signing, then the setting up, the tracking. Sometimes we get queued into tracking like for a month. In a month is our so it's to set up one brand, it's a longer time. It takes longer time, from 1 month to 3 months, let's say, to set up one big brand. Sometimes brands reach out themselves. That's a very good sign that we saw for the past this year, I think. Yeah, that brands started reaching out themselves after seeing our own and operated websites that we use, our different traffic. I mean, word. It travels fast, right? We are happy to see that brands are reaching out to us, and when they do that, it's much faster. We start working much faster, and they work on the tracking, and everything gets smooth much faster.
Nice. I think you like those brands more.
Oh, yeah. I like when the brands reach out themselves. I mean, it gives me a sense of what I'm doing right? If I have done the chasing, but now they come and knock the door. I mean, we're honored to see some big brands doing that and asking to work with us. I mean, it's very cool.
It's better. So about the offers and these brands coming to you, how do you recognize that an offer is good for you to promote, or what makes a good offer?
Sure. I mean, it's a very good question.
I mean, what signals you that it has potential? Probably that's what I want to learn.
Well, I try to look at it from the media buyer perspective, and what do they want? They want only 3 things: a payout that respects. For the e-commerce industry, it could be a fixed payout, or it could be a rev share percentage. So I would look at that rev share percentage. I would look also at the brand, how big or small the brand is, what countries, and all of that. We have a lot of brands that come from one country but want to sell and sell fast in another country where nobody knows them, right? So this offer is not a fast winning offer. It needs work. It needs consistency until it becomes that offer. So yeah, payout or the percentage, then the offer itself, how big it is in that country where they need traffic, how long have they been there, and if I'm checking from the media buyer perspective, I'm also worried about the creative. Like, it shouldn't embarrass me, right? And the advertiser, if the advertiser really pays on time, you would be shocked how rare all three together actually is. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I've heard stories, so yeah.
Yeah. And what I wanted to say here is that let me just go share a mistake that usually affiliates make when they
That's
are,
perfect. I love mistakes. We
yeah,
should
when
all
they're,
learn from them.
I hope a lot of affiliates are listening to me because I see this every day and I just want to underline it, bold it, everything. Affiliates are chasing, and not only in e-commerce, to be honest. I see this across all the verticals. They're chasing payout instead of chasing conversion rate. I mean, it's as simple as that. Let's make an example. A $40 payout on an offer that converts at 1%. Right? Will always lose to a $15 payout that converts at 8%. I mean, simple math, right?
Yeah.
So I just urge all the affiliates to not look at only the payout. They should look at the conversion rate as well. And
Okay.
winning offers, we do tests, like I said, at the back end with our media buyers, and we check all these kind of data. We check what conversion rate this offer makes with what kind of traffic sources. We check everything. So we are prepared for those affiliates, and we set up offers daily. But we do have like offers that need more work, and like they need consistency. And after a while, they will have great results. And we do have immediate winning offers that they can run and make money.
So for these offers, do you provide the affiliates with landing page creatives and stuff like that, or the brands provide them, or how do you work with affiliates for the
Yeah.
offers?
Sure. Because we do have a lot of brands, a lot of affiliates, if we do have those creatives that we have tested ourselves, we show them as an example, because everybody has, I mean, at the end, an affiliate or a publisher is also like an influencer or creator, right? They also have their inner world, their mind, their way of presenting things.
Their style.
Yes, exactly, their style. So we wouldn't just give them a copy paste, because that would be like, why would we work with them? We can continue with our own media buy. So we need new, fresh look, new perspective. But yeah, we would share like basic things of what there should be at the landing page, how should it look. Sometimes brands do provide that as well. But big brands mostly want also a fresh look. They would like ask us to make those, or ask our affiliates, and then we would show them just for the approval purposes.
And coming back to traffic sources, which traffic sources would you recommend for a beginner starting now? If they start now with ClickDealer, what would you recommend them to use as a traffic source?
Well, if it's an affiliate with no like, they're not influencers or creators or Pinterest, they're just coming out from probably, I don't know, another vertical.
Exactly.
Yes. So I would recommend looking at SEO and meta
You're
traffic.
still
Yes.
working?
Paid search, yes, it does work. Google, Bing, Yahoo. I mean, the last two ones might have less audience, but very, very convertible.
Okay. So paid ads would
Yes.
be one.
Yes, paid ads is, I mean, the old and trusted source. Paid ads for all verticals, right? But here it's a bit different, because you need to make sure you are promoting the brand safely. You need to restrain from doing any trademark bidding or using misleading creatives if for the brand not to. I mean, the brands are very sensitive in
Of
e-commerce.
course.
Yeah.
Okay. So as traffic sources, paid ads, but you mentioned SEO. I'm curious. I mean, you mentioned it
Search
quite
and
a few times. It's still working. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, now with AI getting all the attention, people talking with AI chat, then they asking there, it's still SEO a thing or not so much?
To be honest, it's still working. I get this as well. And when I go to conferences and during the speeches, I guess a few people asked me about this as well. More people are going to AI and they're speaking, and everybody's saying soon AI will be recommending products, and we need to understand how to work with all these chats, AI chats. SEO didn't go anywhere. Maybe for some offers it did, but when it comes to retail, fashion, to marketplaces, people still, they might search on AI, but they still go, and once they find out, okay, where to find this item, go for, I don't know, Timo or Shane. Then they would go and start looking for these products in the search engines. It still works. Maybe for other verticals, it might have decreased, but for e-commerce, it's still working. And especially we do have, like, when we look at the keywords that are used to detect, like to find the products or our brands, there are a lot of generic stuff like, okay, I don't know, like, I want to buy a ColourPop red lipstick. I mean, they use the trade, they know where they want to buy it, but they use the product they want to buy it and combine it. And that's how, they pop out. I mean,
Yeah.
if I want to add maybe a recommendation for affiliates, I mean, for newcomers, I would say pick one vertical. Like if you want to start, if you are coming from a different vertical and you want to try e-commerce, you're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, it's very easy to get into the vertical, but pick one vertical. Pick one. Go deep before you go wide. So I would rather work with someone who's mastered, let's say, fashion and beauty, than someone spread thin across all categories and barely understands what works how. Because, like I said, like marketplace and fashion and beauty, everything has their own audience. Yeah. And I mean, data literacy to understand how e-commerce works, because you need to understand the retention rate, your audience. It's more sophisticated, I guess, more detailed than any other verticals that are there. So data literacy is very important. And the creative instinct. Creative instinct, but it comes with time. It comes with time. Yeah. Those.
Experience.
Yes, exactly. I mean, yeah, data literacy and creative instincts together, not separately. Together are a good thing, a winning card for affiliates.
Good to know. And you mentioned, we talk about how brands can come to ClickDealer, but how difficult is for affiliates to join ClickDealer?
It's actually not hard at all. They come to our network, they apply to be a new affiliate, or they apply to a new vertical. They need to come prepared. Our affiliate managers, they're there. Every new affiliate that comes, they try to be on top of everything, try to talk to that affiliate immediately or within 24 hours. But what we need to the affiliate to have is clear traffic sources, an answer on their traffic sources, a real track record, even within different other verticals. It's fine, just for us to understand if he has experience or not in the industry at all. If he doesn't, that's also an answer. Then we would know how to go with him from step to step. But yeah, we need them to be transparent, let's say. Transparent about their traffic sources, about their track record, have realistic expectations, and yeah, it will go easy. It's very fast. We try to help our affiliates.
So if somebody is an affiliate and promotes, I don't know, sweepstakes, whatever, other Nutra, other products, and they come to join ClickDealer for e-commerce,
Yeah.
they want to try this, they should be honest so you can guide them to the right offers. And as well, it's okay for them to have zero experience. but they say they want to start a channel or they want to, I don't know, start building an email list or I don't know, pay ads, Google, Meta.
It happens very rare when affiliates come from sweepstakes or Nutra, to be honest. I hope there are more affiliates that are trying to switch verticals and they do have experience there. You just match your experience to a new vertical. You start by understanding the vertical before you start running it, because the audience is different. The approach is very different. And if they do come, we try to help them. Most of these guys that come from sweepstakes and Nutra, they prefer to run dropshipping offers because it's a similar kind of model. Probably maybe not the subscription, but at least it's also a high payout of credit card flow and everything. So they prefer to run these products. I wish there are more affiliates that are coming from other verticals trying to run retail and trying to learn from the scratch. We will be happy to help those affiliates and guide them. We will start from understanding the vertical and drawing the expectations and helping them test some offers.
And what types of creatives? We talked a little bit before, but about creatives, you said that videos, Pinterest, but what exactly type of creatives do you see the best results with today? Like UGCs, I don't know.
You know everything. UGC, yes. UGC is one of the creatives that people buy. I mean, this is UGC
has a conversion rate.
Yes,
a good conversion rate.
Still wins the trust game. Let me put it that way. People buy from people, not from a polished studio shot. So that's why the trust level for UGC creatives are the highest. That's what we see right now. UGC and creator content for cold traffic and trust building, I would say. Then you have short videos are working really well right now. It's more for like if the brand needs storytelling, and it really stops the scroll of the user. Where else? There are static creatives. They're more maybe for retargeting, for warm audiences that need to be reminded. Yeah.
Okay, so UGC videos and then static banners for remarketing mostly.
Yes, retargeting. Yeah, remarketing.
Retargeting.
Yes. What I would add, right, when we're talking about creatives, I want to maybe add here that they need to be refreshed.
That was something that I wanted to ask. What's the lifespan for creatives?
Oh, yeah. Well, let me lead with an example, and I do like examples.
I do too.
So I would say like treat creatives like milk, you know? Milk.
Okay, please explain.
Milk has a shelf life.
Yes.
So same as creatives. If you are not refreshing every, let's say 2-3 weeks, you're basically feeding your audience leftovers. Yes. And wondering why they stopped showing up, because like it's not working anymore. It's been there. People are blind to it already. So yeah, it has a shelf life. I like to say it has a shelf life, just like any product out there.
Nice thing. So how many creatives would you recommend to have, like for a week or
for a week? Well, it's all about, when you start testing, A/B testing, you might have 4 or 5 or 3 creatives running. You would understand which one works depending on the team that the affiliates have, or maybe they're using our creatives that have been provided by the brand. But those creatives that were provided by the brand were provided not only to us, but also to others. It's not the best scenario to use
them.
Yes, we would say when it's a new one and created specifically for us, we would not tell our affiliates, and it's a good bet that they would convert really well. But yeah, I would say answering your question is that having 2 or 3 creatives for A/B testing at the start, and do fast testings. I would like to say test fast, be bold about the tests, and start cheap tests. Let's say I would rather spend $50 on 10 bad ideas than risk 5,000 on one, right? So
of course,
Yes. So test few creatives at once and see what's working, what's not. Give yourself, 48 hours, 72 hours to understand the statistics. Don't waste much time and pick those creatives. And I would recommend running, if it's different sources, run a different creative on each one. And like, if I'm talking about affiliates that are maybe more experienced in running few traffic sources at a time, like social media plus paid search, right? They would have two different ones. Then maybe every 2 weeks, try to change those creatives, try to freshen them up.
Okay. Okay, makes sense. And if you could only improve one thing to increase conversion, would it be creative? I don't know, landing page, audience. What would you change? What do you improve to increase conversions?
I think it's creatives because the audience, you can't change it unless you switch your traffic source.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can change your approach to approach the right audience. So I would say, yeah, the creatives are very important. It's a very creative work. Everybody has their own style. Some are very creative and they can do a lot of creative and switch between them and test and update every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Some affiliates are more of beginners. They use one creative a whole month and they are like, they try to scale, but it doesn't happen. They try to change the creative. They're not very, um, like
Experience.
yeah, they're more experienced ones that we see they don't have problems at all. They have those fresh ideas flowing every time, and there are ones that need help with very small things. So it's different, but yeah, what I would do to increase the conversion rate is definitely the creative that will bring me the right audience.
Okay. Okay. And let's say you are a media buyer, you launch a campaign, you get your first conversions. What should the optimization process look like after your first conversion?
Okay.
What do you analyze? What you do?
Well, CPA matters. I would care maybe more about ROAS and retention. Well, yeah, maybe about profitability for me. If I'm a media buyer, retention is more brands care about it. I care about it because I work with the brands too.
Of course.
Yeah, for media buyers, yeah, it's profitability, I guess. ROIs and yeah, well, I would look into the campaign, for example, if it's a cheap first sale, that never repeats, it's not a win. It's coincidence. So I would give more time for the offer. Like, don't judge the offer from the first day. Like, I see a lot of affiliates that are maybe on the beginner. They come, they run few clicks, and they're like, offer is not converting. Offer is not good. Offer is not converting. I'm like, dude, 5 clicks. No. Try.
You need bigger numbers to be able to have
Yes,
an idea.
not that big.
More data.
More data. At least give yourself 24, 48 hours to understand if it works. And there are a lot of affiliates that have this small win, one sale happening quickly. It might be coincidence. Don't bet all your money into it. Just like I said, give yourself time. 48 hours, 72-hour rule.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. So how do you know if a campaign is ready to scale? What are the signals
Yeah.
for you to notice? Not one conversion. That's not it.
So I would say in all cases, for e-commerce specifically, like I said, our brands, what do they want from us? They don't like surprises. They like consistency. So you can't just send today 100 sales and tomorrow overnight you do like 200. The brand won't understand. It's not like any other vertical. They need it to be gradual. They need to understand where the traffic coming from. They need to understand how you scale. You couldn't have an outreach to an audience yesterday and converted at 100 conversions, let's say, and tomorrow the same timing you have like 200. What changed? They need to understand. It's very alarming for them, for e-commerce brands. Yeah, so I would say scale gradually, horizontally across audiences before you go vertical on budget. Internally, what we do is that our process is ongoing. Performance reviews, budget and publisher relocations, doubling down specifically on the traffic sources already proven themselves. I mean, the classic pitfall is doubling budget overnight, like I said. And and wondering why the performance either falls off a cliff or the brand reaches out and says, "We don't like this. This was a surprise. We don't like that. Yesterday you grew like 50% or 100%. We need to be stable." Yes, that's one of the things I wanted to mention is stability. Stability for the brands, it's number one, e-commerce brands.
Usually affiliates, once they find a winning campaign, they just want to scale it and push it. So I think that's something that usually e-commerce brands don't really understand that much. Why that peak? Because they found that winning and they want to push it now when it's hot, not later tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I would say to those affiliates, we can do that with you, but we don't need to surprise our advertiser. Let's say you found out that the campaign is working for you and you are ready to put more budget into it and you're ready to scale. Tell us before you do that, and we will alarm the brand and tell them that we are ready to scale. We are planning to do 6 times more, 10 times more, and the traffic that we're using is still the same, but we found out that it is working. So they need to be,
they need to be transparent, but there is this, how do I put it? They're not scared, but they don't want to share that because they are afraid that you as an affiliate network will inform other affiliates and they will lose the momentum to scale that campaign. I think it's about trust at the end of the day.
Yes, it's common out there.
We need to trust each other.
Yeah, a lot of affiliates are afraid because, like I said, it's a very hard creative work. If it worked for them, I mean, they don't want it to be spread because, of course, they worked a few nights non-sleep to make it work for themselves. We don't need every single small detail of how you made it work. We just need to understand that the source is reliable, the traffic source is reliable, that you are ready to put some more budget into it. For us to begin a conversation before you scale overnight, we need to alarm the advertiser and say, expect a scale. It's not a surprise now anymore. You are expecting it. And we are happy to do more with you guys. And we have found the right person. I mean, we see a lot of cases where we find a really good affiliate, publisher, creator, whatever you call them, and we match them with the right campaign. Their traffic source matches the audience that the brand wants. And boom, you get, the growth keeps scaling. Yeah, there are some brands that are very cautious. They have their own budget restraints. So we inform our affiliates as well about that. But most of the e-commerce brands, they don't have budget restraints. I mean, the more the better.
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah, just tell us before that. We don't want surprises. Just also I would tell those affiliates to mind the algorithms, because algorithms, just like people, they don't like sudden change. Sometimes when they are steady with, I don't know, let's say 1,000 clicks, it works for them. It converts very well, steadily, stable. But when they jump overnight to 2,000 clicks, the conversion rate drops. Not because...
The algorithms you mean by the ad networks, like the traffic source algorithms, right?
Yes. Okay. Even with social media, even with, it drops because it's a sudden change, Yeah. So, yeah.
And you mentioned about brands that they need transparency, they need data, they need to understand where the traffic is coming, of course. Are they willing to share also more information about the visitors that are actually converting, apart from only the conversion? Why I'm asking that is because, so for most of the traffic sources out there, paid traffic sources, it's important to send information about conversions back to that traffic sources. For example, for Meta, we take Meta as an example because you said you also have experience there. So they need information about the conversions to know to send you more traffic like that is converting, right? And usually they need more signals than simply the conversion. And what I found out is that brands don't usually share that information that much. And so the affiliates are left with just the information they have, like it's converting or it's not converting. Do you find that there are brands that are willing to share, I don't know, the email or the phone or something from the visitor converting so they can share it more and increase that matching score?
To be honest, like you said, the brands are not like they can share information that will help you to have a better conversion rate by saying that, okay, my audience, what I see across my brand, not just at ClickDealer or at Customer Direct Group, is that more women are converting age of 35 plus. I don't know if we're talking about states that live in New York or Miami or somewhere. They could give us this kind of information that help convert, but
Based on their campaigns, their internal campaigns.
internal campaigns, or they look at their campaigns as one. When they process and see the purchases, they understand where they can come from. Is it women? Is it men? It's what kind of state? What kind of time of the day? I don't know. Weekend, not weekend. So this kind of information they are willing to share. Not everybody, I mean, shares it instantly. We do ask about it to provide to our affiliates. But for phone numbers, like you said, emails, of course, it's same approach with affiliates. You know, they don't want to tell you about what they show you the creative they used because they don't want to be stolen, right? Because so these are their customers, their phone numbers, their emails, and there are a lot of other things connected to it, like GTP, like all these kind of laws that don't allow them to share the kind of information with a third party. So
the gender, the age, that could be shared more, but not the
but
of
not the
course, makes
information
sense.
that you can go back to the same customer.
It's not to go back to the same customer. It's for the algorithm to understand that this type of person is converting more.
I think on what you're saying, I get it. It's more maybe the information when they provide the basic things, gender, age,
Exactly.
location around this area. I mean, these are provided by most of the campaigns, but phone numbers or emails are not sent
Or
back,
name. No.
even not lawful.
Okay. And how important, you mentioned that there are some problems in setting up tracking. How important do you see tracking for this e-commerce advertiser?
Well, of course, tracking is important. If you are not tracking it, you're not doing marketing, right?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you need data mostly nowadays. I mean, you need data.
Yeah. So if you're not tracking it, you're doing guesswork. For e-commerce especially, I mean, the sales cycle can be long and multi-touch. So clean tracking is the difference between knowing what worked and just hoping, right? Well, I spoke about challenges maybe more in a way between setting up the first tracking between the brand and us as a network, as an agency. So for us to understand each other and for our systems to talk to each other the right way before we can.
Exactly. For you to get information when the conversion is happening, so you can inform as well the affiliate that the conversion happened. And the affiliate will have a postback that will inform the tracker that the conversion happened. So he will see in one dashboard everything that is happening from all his campaigns. So these systems are connected in behind. But I wanted to see, how do you feel when working with brands, e-commerce brands? How do you feel them, like how important they feel the tracking is for them?
It's quite important. I mean, one of the challenges, I guess, for e-commerce, being worked with different kind of verticals before, even today, but like e-commerce is different by like cross-device journeys and privacy changes have made last click attribution basically fiction. I mean, and we have today a lot of articles. There are a lot of people talking about last click attribution in e-commerce. I guess tracking is important because the attribution is important and how it is counted. I mean, Media buyers who still optimize purely off last click are optimizing, off a story right today, not a truth, because you could have brought to the client, but just something else that drove their attention. They click on it and they get the last click. So that's what's challenging in the industry right now in e-commerce. Yeah. Well, for us, if we talk about ClickDealer or CDG, what we can share on postbacks or APIs, we can pass back order value, product category, new versus returning customer status. It's a lot of data for affiliates to work on, multiple conversion events, and not just just a binary sale happened, that level of detail. Let's affiliates optimize traffic toward the customer who are actually worth acquiring, not just the ones who convert once.
Do you have an example of, like, I don't know, an e-commerce campaign that went from average to profitable? What has changed? What made the difference? Would love to hear an example if you have one.
Yeah, sure. We do have a lot of examples, to be honest, over the years. It could be a client who's actually known outside, but the brand wants more outreach in specific geographics. So when these geographics, they're small. Let me make an example with Timo. It's a very known brand. It's out there. I love their app. I love how they play with the user. So you enter there, it's always full of surprises. You open the app, they let you have a bonus. Did you have a bonus or not? So you get this. They try to work with the user, and that's why the product on its own is very, very good. Has a lot of organic traffic on its own. When they came to us, they wanted to increase their reach in different kind of countries where they were, not that big.
They want to get to more people in those countries.
Yes, much more
Be
people.
bigger.
Yes, than they have. So it started small with us. We tried to test them. We tried to work with these geos that they wanted us to work on. Plus, the rule was we need to have new users, not old users. So for it's a very well-known brand, and it's a very big challenge to have new users.
Exactly.
Yes. So we worked on the campaign. It took a while for us to understand the right approach, but it started from nothing at ClickDealer to millions of dollars every month campaign, where we brought a lot of new users for our brand. And same with different other products. Brands, but maybe for another call.
This was the brand, a product that you promoted, you as a team at ClickDealer, not your affiliates, not with them. You with your media buying team.
It was a teamwork. We started off with media buy team. We tested different geos. We understood how they convert, because you might use the same creative but translated over different geos, but it won't work as if you did it in German and you're promoting it it will convert very well. But if you just translate it to Spanish and try to get the same audience in Spain, you will not, because the mentality is different and you need to make it in a very different way and use the slang of the country that you're promoting it in for it to work. So we did all these kind of different tests, and eventually we kicked off, and it was from that point, it was just scale.
Yeah. Luckily, there is AI now that can help with the slang, with the translation and everything. It's much easier.
Much easier.
You mentioned that you have multiple geos, so you have offers globally, right?
Yes.
But mostly in US. Did I understand that right? Or
our top one, tier 1 countries, US, Canada, English speaking. Then number 2 is Europe. All Europe, maybe if I want to mention top 3 would be Spain, Italy, Germany.
Okay.
Then we do work in Asian countries. We do work with Arab countries, maybe much less than those 2 top ones, but we still do have them. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. And now to AI and getting closer to ending this. How is AI changing this e-commerce marketing for affiliate?
Well, that's a very good question. AI is the discussion of everyone right now. I have been
I
just
know.
in Texas, Austin for IPX mm, by Impact, and I went to few speeches. I mean, I didn't go to speeches that are after each other, and I went to different rooms. Everybody's talking about AI.
Everyone wants to know how to use it to not lose this wave that is now with AI, to not
Yeah,
be left behind because things are changing so fast that you need to adapt.
yeah, exactly.
So
So for us, I mean, I think right now, like we discussed, there are all these chats and Claude, ChatGPT, whatever other AI chats, and people expect that soon enough they will partner with some traffic sources, or they will partner with I don't know, brands to feature brands or something. I think that we would lose the sense of the whole AI chat experience, because I'm not here to be sold something. I'm here to understand, compare. So the whole experience will be lost. For us, for me, what I see is when the boring cuts critical work now, if I might put it that way. I mean, the smart routing, creative testing at scale, predictive audience targeting. It's not replacing the strategist, it's replacing the guesswork. So I see it doing this kind of work right now. And for creators, I want to mention. I mean, if we are talking about affiliates, publishers, maybe not so much, but for creators, it's doing a lot of work. I mean, it's creating big creatives. It helps to test those creatives. I mean, and look at like if you are looking at the traffic opportunities that are emergent today, you would see that performance driven creators on a CPA model are the story right now. I mean, if you look back few years ago, you would see those influencers with their nose up, trying to work on a prepayment and not caring about the results. I'm just doing the outreach and for you to have more audience out there. But if they buy, if they don't, it's not my business, right? But today you see a whole different industry where you see creators that want to be involved deeper in the customer journey. They want to see real sales. They want to get commissions. They want to get payouts. They don't want to get just paid for posting something.
they are more in performance marketing. Yeah, I actually had a talk with a guest a while back with Alexia, and she was saying she's working with influencer a lot, and she was saying that it's a big difference in influencer with a big number of followers. They are like acting like, I don't know, stars, whatever. And a smaller micro influencer are much better, have much better conversion rates than bigger ones.
That's very
And
true. You know, we are seeing nano-creators convert at roughly around 7%, compared to about 3% for macro influencers.
okay,
Smaller audience, much higher trust, much better number. Yes.
niched. Yeah, it makes sense. You said that is this talk about AI chats to bring recommend products, which actually started happening with ChatGPT. They have this ads platform that is in US. I think, I don't know if they launch it in multiple countries. I think they have. Yeah, where they just put their recommendation. The thing is that they are quite expensive because they are just 2 or 3 recommendations. So they are still quite expensive, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well,
We'll see.
yes. And for AI, I would add like as a traffic source. So what we are doing as well as e-commerce unit at ClickDealer Customer Direct Group is that we try to use AI in attracting audience by creating apps or like web services. Web services more. We're working on it right now. It's coming soon. An AI styler where where our customers would come in and try upload their current clothes, I don't know, accessories, and ask the styler to style it for an evening.
Right.
Yes, if they don't have the right clothes in their wardrobe, they could also buy from our brands that are set at the back end. So that's something, we're trying to use AI.
So this will be an app, a mobile app, or?
Yes, mobile app, web service. We're still trying to figure it out. We're still working on everything. On the details. Yeah, yeah. It's just like a teaser.
It looks interesting. Let me know when it's out. We should catch up after that. Okay, we are getting close to ending this. I want to ask 2 questions before we end this, something that I always like to ask. So one piece of advice that you would give to media buyers trying now to become profitable, to start now. Let's say with ClickDealer, one piece of advice you'll give now somebody that wants to start.
All right. I would tell them communication matters. So just come. Don't be afraid to come and just show us your papers. Tell us you're a beginner, not a beginner. Don't try to overdo it, because we are here to help you. And if you want us to help you the right way, we need to understand. And another thing I would say, maybe not only to media buyers, but everyone who's working in the industry, performance marketing rewards people who stay curious. Yes.
That's perfect.
And punish people who stay comfortable.
Okay, so we should get outside of our comfort zone if we want to stay in performance marketing, right? And be rewarded.
Yes, just like we discussed at the start of the show. Look at me, 13 years and I'm still the most curious person in the room. I think that's the whole secret. The secret sauce there.
Okay, that's a very good one. And if there is a problem in performance marketing, in affiliate marketing that you see right now and you would like to get solved, what would that be? Is there something, a problem? If not, doesn't matter. But
I think we've discussed a few points in the affiliate marketing in general, where affiliates would pay attention more to payout than a conversion rate. Really would hope that affiliates would, besides the payout, look at the conversion rate, because it does really matter. Sometimes payout is not everything. Yeah.
Payout is not everything, and also the context matters. The context that they get the payment in time, that the brand is reliable. All this context is more important than just high payout for an offer that you don't know well.
Like we discussed, I said 3 things that the media buyer is looking for. One is payout that, respects the time that they put into running the campaign, the brand, and for the brand to pay on time. So that really matters. Even though the cycle of payment and approvals is much longer, we've not discussed this during our talk, but it's much longer in e-commerce than other verticals, but it's very, very rewarding. And knowing that it's an evergreen vertical, a very wide niche. You don't have to worry about your campaigns getting banned or trying to solve some issues with your campaigns. This is a wide niche. It's easy.
We didn't touch this compliance side of the e-commerce offers, which is important. I actually noticed that more and more affiliates go to e-commerce offers and move out of these grayish black offers that they were doing before.
Yes. Well, because it's evergreen, right? More and more affiliates are moving not only to e-commerce, to insurance, to home improvement, to other wide kind of niches than they used to run before, because the lifespan of these campaigns is much longer, and it's less headache with the bans and everything.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jane, for joining me.
Of course. Yes, sure. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad you had me. And looking forward to seeing this podcast live.
And where can people get in touch with you?
All right. That's pretty easy. I do have a page on LinkedIn.
Okay.
A lot of people text me there, write me. I do have an email, 2 emails actually, jane@clickdealer.com. Very simple. And jane@customerdirectgroup.com.
Okay.
So yeah, you're welcome. I'm happy. I'm always happy when new people text me or write to me and ask me, and especially when they're like interesting creative topics that we try to discuss. So looking forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing those insights. To everyone listening, I hope you found a few ideas that you can put in practice for your campaigns. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next episodes.
Bye. Thank you so much.